Hi guys, welcome to Ukrainian Standup Comedy channel. We have a new episode of PeaceTalk Podcast ready for you. So just remember to give this video a like and maybe subscribe to our channel. And I hope you enjoy this video. Please write a comment of which part of this video you enjoyed the most. Hi everyone, welcome to Ukrainian Stand-Up Comedy channel. We have another episode of PeaceTalk Podcast for you. And here we have two comedians at the table joining me today, Valeria Mykhailova and Oleksandr Dmytrovich. So this is going to be another episode of, insider green room between the stand-up comedians talk. So, maybe you guys can introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about.
Yes.
Our audience already met you once, so
yes.
hope
It's
they
my
remember.
second experience to make English podcast. That's why I am very glad to see you girls, to see you Anastasia, to see you Valeria. And I want to say to our foreign auditory that Valeria, it's a woman name. Man name, it's Valery. But if you want to say in Ukraine on some guys, you are stupid, you can say Valera.
That's a very important piece of information.
That's all what I want to say at start.
Okay, so Valeria, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? So how did you ended up in Lviv in stand-up battle and Ukrainian stand-up comedy?
I'm not so long in Stand-Up Battle Club, and it's my first podcast in English. There was two open microphones when I performed in English, and podcast it's my first time, so I don't
You
know
did
how
really
it
well
would
on
be.
the open mics. You got a lot of comments and people seem to really like you, so this is why you're here.
Oh, my favorite comment is that I am the Ukrainian dark princess of humor. Oh, that was so nice.
Cool. I agree.
True.
I agree.
Yeah, her jokes are kind of dark. I mean, we live in dark times.
Dark times, dark
Yeah.
jokes.
It's true.
So-
Yeah. So how long have you been doing stand-up comedy for?
My first open mic was in 2015, but I have some breaks. First break was maybe half a year because I was in relationships for 7 years, and when we broke up, I had a depression and I didn't perform for half a year. And then that was a break when my daughter born and after COVID. So I didn't perform for maybe 2 years. And then my first perform after break for 2 years was after the full-scale invasion.
Yeah, I know.
Can I ask? I have
Yeah.
one question. Sorry
Okay.
for interrupt.
Okay. You can interrupt me this
sorry,
once.
you can-
If you interrupt me again,
Yes.
I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up.
Okay,
Go on.
okay, thank you. I want to ask, after your depression or during your depression, you start to make dark comedy? Or maybe it was like you finished your depression and you understand, I'm cool in dark comedy? Or what is your decision?
No,
That's a
it
good
was
question.
from the
Good job.
start. So I had dark jokes from the start.
From the
My
start, yeah, okay.
Performance. So maybe it become more dark jokes.
You trying
After it.
to make comedy about your ex boyfriend or ex husband, or do you?
Yeah, when I'm feeling that I'm hating him much,
You hate him,
I do some jokes about him, and I'm feeling.
and now you
more
hate
calm.
Like
him,
therapy, The
Yeah.
stand-up is
Yeah.
sort of like a therapeutic tool.
and
Yeah.
and now you hate him also. Now, right now you hate him,
maybe
or
a
maybe
little.
you forget
Maybe
a little
a
bit.
little.
He is...
Because now I'm hating Russians,
you hate
not
in
my
Russian.
ex-husband.
Yeah. We all hate in Russian. And our auditory, I think, also hating Russian.
Yeah. If you don't, you should. Start hating Russians. Consider hating Russians, you know?
It's like you wake up in the morning, drink coffee, and a little bit hate Russians. Yeah, it's a good...
Yeah.
I also want to ask you about your ex-husband. Husband or boyfriend?
Husband.
Husband. You make child with ex-husband, or it's another guy?
In times we made our child, we haven't been ex.
When
We were husband and wife. We were married.
And you are lonely mother now. How it say?
But you don't say lonely.
How is it correct?
Single mother?
Yes, you're a single mother now.
Yeah.
Have you a boyfriend right now?
No, and
Do you want to have a boyfriend?
the only question I have, man,
Man.
why are you looking at? What is going on? Why am I still single?
Good point.
Why I ask that? Because
why did you ask that?
Yes. You're a single mother. I know your child have tomorrow first little anniversary, 5 years old. Yeah, Alice. You know she has the child who.
5 years old.
Who called Alice, you know?
Alice? Yeah, well, we were picking out some cakes yesterday, actually.
And it's that you a single mother, it's help you to make comedy, or it's like a problem to you to make comedy?
No, because I am turning all my problems into comedy, and it's like a therapy. I don't spend money into a psychotherapist. I am making jokes.
It's difficult to be a single mother in that time in 2022.
I don't think that. No.
Well, I mean, I think it's difficult during the war, especially because, like, I'm only responsible for myself, but you have a child to be responsible for and making decisions where would be the safest place for you to stay. That's a lot of responsibility.
But now I'm glad that I have no boyfriend or husband. Then that I will not put someone in the battlefield. I will not waiting for someone from there.
So you wouldn't lose someone to war.
I've already lost some people, but it was not my husband or boyfriend.
But close friends. Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
You came from Lviv, from Kharkiv. You came to Lviv from Kharkiv, yes?
Yeah.
You came when start from 24th of February, yeah, or maybe earlier.
No, I went into Lviv recently. In Lviv, I am maybe for 2 weeks, or maybe near.
That you
there.
moved to Lviv. But you've been performing here for a little bit longer.
Yeah, but I was performing time to time. And after full-scale invasion, I was in Kharkiv. I stayed in Kharkiv for 2 weeks. And then I moved to Berezhany, that in Ternopilsk district.
Yes.
And I was living there.
Why you go to Berezhany? You have family
it's an interesting
in Berezhany, or relatives, or maybe friends?
I have friends that live in abroad, and in Berezhany lives his mother. And when we moved there, me, my mother, and my daughter, we went to woman we never met. She never saw us. We never talked. We even haven't a talk with her. But we were living maybe for 5 months.
But she turned out to be
near
pretty
5
great
months.
from what
we
I hear.
We lived like a family.
Yeah, but she turned out to be a pretty great woman.
She's amazing.
Yeah, because you got to became friends with her eventually.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, right away or eventually with time, or did you become friends? Was she like great to you right away, or? Did it take some time to get used to each other?
It was from the first moment we saw each other.
That's very nice.
Because she's a great woman. I am so grateful to her.
Mm-hmm. I think part of, I don't know her personally, but I think that part of the reason why she was so welcoming is because the war in Ukraine, the full-scale war, has united all of the Ukrainians so much. Like, I felt like the people that I would see in the news, like they were my family, and like people are more welcoming towards people, accepting people from East in their houses here in the West, because the full-scale war has definitely united us as a nation. We became sort of like a family.
Yeah, now I can say that Ukraine is a huge family. All Ukrainians are living like a huge, huge family.
Yes,
it's united.
I agree. I remember my wife's mother also, and start full-scale invasion. They have at home a couple from Kyiv, and they also.
So they were hosting them in.
Yes, because they go from Kyiv, they go to Lviv, and but my. Parents of my wife live not in Lviv, they live in the village near Lviv. And that couple decide to live in this village because it's more comfortable and...
after the full-scale war?
Yes, after. And they live 2 months. And my wife's mother is very... good person, and they always, if they have breakfast or dinner or supper, they sit all of like a family. They sometimes they have birthdays and they give presents to each other, and this couple was so nice. And the parents of my wife also was so nice and so kind. And now they are friends. They have messages. How are you? How are you?
They got a new family members.
The new family members, and maybe parents of my wife want to invite them on the Christmas, on some holidays. I think it's very good. Because parents of my wife don't want to invite me on the holidays.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the problem.
Yeah, they never invite you, or
Man,
they just don't want to. But did you do something?
No.
You just stole their daughter away?
Only married with their daughter.
He stole their daughter away.
The father of my wife is very happy that I stole a daughter, because the father of my wife he has 2 children and 2 daughters, and he is very happy. Please go to my home and take it from me. He wants that girl.
Was she living with them?
Yes, he is very happy that daughters left the house. Yes, go, please.
Well, that's one way to get rid of them, I guess.
For myself.
I can understand.
I have a little daughter.
How old is she now?
3 months. 3 months. And now I thinking about I want she grow up and go away from me.
Yeah.
Yes, because
but maybe not get married right away. Just like move out.
Yeah. Yes. 16 years old. Maybe 18. I think she must to start live by herself.
Let me just explain it to maybe some audience members who are foreigners. So in Ukraine, when you go to university, you usually live in communal housing in university.
Yes.
So it's normal.
It's very good for parents.
Yeah, it's not like you kick them out at 16 and they're just unknown.
No.
No, it's the universities in Ukraine provide the housing too, right? Yeah.
And I want to ask you, your daughter's 5 years old, will be tomorrow, and
I'm not going kicking her out.
you want to live with her all of her life?
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, definitely no.
Because I am a guy, I like to sit or lay on the sofa, to scroll in Instagram or some social media.
And the baby goes, wah, wah,
yeah,
wah.
Yeah, it's for me, it's like, why you do it?
Yeah.
I want to
Calm
relax.
down. Oh my God.
Yes. But my wife, she, when I say something, I say it like, no, cool father. I'm not a bad father. Like, shut up. I hate you. No. I'm. It's like joking a little bit. But my wife don't understand this joke, and she says, "What do you say? What do you say about my child?" It's not our child left our home. You left our home. some dialects. Yes, I want. We can when we start to talking about my scar.
Your scar?
Yeah.
Well,
when we start.
I mean, we can start now since you mentioned.
Can we start?
It, yes. We've noticed your scar when
If
we
you
walked
want
into
to.
the studio.
It's a big scar. Maybe a camera don't make a real.
How fresh is it?
It's 3 days.
3 days. Okay.
3 days.
It's not very swollen. So
yes.
Okay.
It's still a little pain in my head.
Oh. Do you need some ice?
Yes, it's no, I don't need ice. I'm matcha.
You're a matcha man.
English. In English is also
Matcha,
matcha.
yeah,
I'm
I
a
mean,
matcha.
Yeah.
I don't feel pain.
Okay, let's test it out.
I
Can I poke it?
yeah, you can poke me.
No.
You
Oh, it hurts so much.
Feel it.
You also can kick my balls. I am a macho. I don't have pain. I have only responsibility.
Only журба. Ukrainian. You only have журба.
Журба in English.
Oh
How?
man, I don't know how to translate it. You guys, look it up. It's a Ukrainian word that should be
Ukrainian
trending in all the languages.
It's
Журба.
like when you
It's our identity.
Yeah.
It's like deep sorrow for
Yeah.
your motherland, basically.
Журба. It was. I can tell. It's a very short story. I am work like a wedding host. Some guy from English say host.
Well, they say MC.
MC,
Yeah.
wedding host
Or
or
wedding
host.
host.
Wedding
Yeah.
host. And in the restaurant where I worked, I have glasses doors.
Okay, glass doors.
Glass doors, yeah. And I think they are open.
Oh.
And I run to the couple to say we start at 5 minutes. And I run very fast, and the door was closed. And I have a very big
Now.
push, not push. How it say? Udar.
Hit.
Now,
was
a
this-
big hit with my hand.
Is this a hotel or a restaurant?
Yeah, it's restaurant.
Okay, do they have footage of this? Was it filmed on security cameras? Because I want to. I'll pay for that.
The couple have video operator.
Oh, so it's on film?
Yes.
Nice.
And they look like all of guests watch on the stage where must be a couple. And it was the stage. This is guest staying here, and the doors of restaurant here. It must be a start of ceremony.
to the camera,
It's like what? How to say? Photo zone.
Photo zone.
Photo
Okay.
zone. Photo
I guess,
zone.
yeah.
Here, photo zone. We must to start ceremony here.
Show to the camera. not
To the
me.
camera.
Yeah.
Photo zone, guest staying, restaurant doors. And I from photo zone go to the restaurant, and this was the incident. And couple stay here waiting to start. And I run for all of the guests, and they don't see. They don't saw or see.
They didn't see.
They didn't see that, and they hear only the hit.
Oh.
And I, when I fall, my legs
What up?
close my head.
Oh,
This was
wow.
a very good, very bad
Did
hit.
you break the glass?
No.
Okay.
It's a very good glass.
Okay. Yeah.
At least we make how it's I forget reklama advertising.
Commercial, yeah. Advertising, yeah.
Advertising for this glass
Yeah.
for guys who make these doors.
Yeah, you should send them the video of you
Yeah,
doing it.
because very powerful
They can
glass.
use it in a commercial.
Unbreakable. Unbreakable glass.
Seems like them were very clean.
Yeah, and they very
very
clean,
clean.
yes, and very clean.
Such an awful situation and such great advertisement for the restaurant and the glass makers
and the clean.
and the installers of the doors. you
Yes,
know.
yes. The cleaners also very great, have a
Yeah.
great job because no spots,
Wow.
spots, very good. And you must to solve the face of a couple.
Yeah.
Of the newlyweds, they saw like we start ceremony at 5 minutes, and they saw like their wedding host have a hit, fall on the ground, and all of the guests like, what happened? And they see like a guy lay on the ground, blood from his head. And after that, the bride say me, I think, okay, it's a good beginning of our party, of our celebration, because she has a problem from the start of the wedding day, because it was very bad weather. Rainly, a lot of rain, and we decide to make ceremony on the street or make in restaurant. We decide to make ceremony on the street because rain stop, and after rain stop, and after that wedding host break his head, and some guys thinking that I'm pranker. It was a prank because they know I am a stand-up guy, and some guys say, "Oh, it's a good prank." And after
And you're bleeding out.
yeah,
Fake blood.
yeah, fake blood, yeah. And like,
Oh, wow. So how did you feel afterwards?
I feel some guys say some my colleagues from wedding industry, photo guy, video operator say after this hit, yes, hit.
Yeah.
After this hit, you became a better wedding host.
Yeah.
Because your jokes are funniest, and you are really feel nice public. And
Maybe you should get like a scan.
maybe yes. I now I wanted. It's like Newton when the apple.
Oh, when Apple hit Newton.
Yeah. That's why I am a best wedding host in West Ukraine. If you want to call me on your wedding, I'm also English.
You know the guys who
English speaker, right?
film us, so Gudzike Production.
Yes, they
I
are.
saw they posted a clip of you, Veduche,
Yes,
Oleksandr Dmytrovich, and it looks amazing.
Yes.
There's like these switches, like you're walking, then boom, change of outfit,
Yes.
boom, the audience. Really good, really nice
I
clip.
think the last moment in this video must be when I
Yeah, you hit the glass.
hit the glass. Wow, it's a cool guy. You have scar? Do you have scar?
I don't have any. that
You know, you don't have scar. You don't have any
Wait,
tattoo.
I have
What
a
were
scar
you doing
here.
in childhood?
I don't remember where I got that from. It's not very interesting.
Yes.
Actually, I remember. I thought I had like allergies, and they took like a piece of my skin, and this is how I got. It's stupid.
It looks like 3 points.
Yeah, it looks like a division sign.
It's like braille text. No, maybe you want to
maybe
read something
someone can
if
read
you.
it. Maybe if I date a blind guy.
Maybe
he can
it's
tell
your
me
name,
what it is.
Anastasia. No.
Maybe it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any cool scars, but Valeria
have cool
here.
scars.
I had a
has-
question. What were you doing in your childhood? If
Well,
you have no
okay,
scars.
I have like a little scar here. I fell down on my elbow, so that was my childhood. I always had like bruised knees because I would always like fall, like jumping, running around, you know.
Because I was
No
falling
scars.
a lot and my legs are a big scar.
Yeah.
A lot of scars.
I was lucky
okay,
not to get
I
scars.
want. It was a funny
only one
idea.
is
Oh yes,
here.
I like when you show it.
show
yes,
the camera.
show it. No. It's if you want to show that on the camera, you must to pay, guy.
Yeah.
Because
Patreons only.
By
By the way, we do have a Patreon page,
Yes.
so maybe consider donating. Maybe
And
we'll
she
provide some
can,
content for
yes.
you guys.
and maybe Valeria show another scars.
What do you mean?
Maybe
What
I
another
talking
story?
about
What are you
some place on her body.
Ooh.
Maybe
What place on
because
her
now
body?
she a little of breast show.
He just called your breast little. That was so rude.
To show another my scars, I
Asshole.
need to take off my pants. So
Okay,
we're just joking around. Valeria is not gonna do it, right? You're not gonna do it. She's not gonna do it. Sorry, guys. But you can still donate on
Yes,
our
please
Patreon.
donate, and I can show my breast.
Dmytrovich will definitely show his breast.
And I show my breast.
He offered to
with-
show us his penis just before the show.
Oh, no.
This is next Louis C.K.
You say wrong. Not show the penis. Shows his big penis.
Oh,
please
right.
say
right,
correct.
right. No, I didn't see that.
Okay, it's a good
You're only
advertising. Yes, it's a good advertising for me. I am a wedding host, and also I show my.
What did you say? You said you can touch, but you cannot look, right? That's
Yes. I want to ask you about your comedy in Kharkiv and your comedy in Lviv. We know you like dark humor, yes. It was because you're a little girl and you must
I need to be
She is-
concentrate.
Not a little girl,
no,
but
no, little like you are. No,
she's petite, like in her
no,
size.
Yes, no, like it's
You can say that I'm not tall.
not tall. You are tiny. ne?
Petite. People say
Petite.
petite. Like small.
Okay.
Oh,
Or-
petite.
and it's like we have guys have some. It's I don't know how to say correct. When we sometimes guys have make fighting, yeah,
Gotta
guy.
fight?
And when you go to the fight, when the guy is small and petite, can I say about guy
No,
petite?
but
Not
it's just small problem.
small and weak, look very weak. He is not fighter. He is who saying a lot. I can fuck you.
Talks
I fuck
shit.
you. That he talking a shit. And the huge guy, they always do not talk anything.
Quiet.
They are waiting to have a punch.
And then they knock you out.
Yeah, and that's why when why I ask you, you are like a petite girl, and that's why you.
But she knocks them out like
when
a big guy.
when I saw you, I think you must your jokes about sunshine, about sea, and you
Right.
come to the stage and say, I hate everything. I hate and that's why what I ask you start in Kharkiv. You start. You go to the open mics, or maybe you was a resident in some club. How it start your career like comedian?
Well, why did you think she would talk about sunshine and sea?
Because
Just 'cause she's a woman?
not. She's a petite woman. She's not.
That's ridiculous.
And she has
I
a
think.
very.
Have you never seen stand-up? People talk about all kinds of things.
I know.
Did you
when
think she was going to say a
when
poem
you-
on the stage?
Maybe I'm a little bit sexist.
Yeah, that was
But when I.
it's called stereotype.
Yes, a lot of stereotype, but.
But I like to broke them.
Yeah, I
yes.
like using the stereotypes that are opposed on you, using them for
Yeah.
your own like you use it as a power, because then you like get them unexpectedly. And sure, I'm no criticism towards
I
you.
understand. I don't understand what you say because I don't know English. I know only English by the version of Oleksandr Dmytrovich. And how it was start in Kharkiv? It's open mics. It's your friend tell you, you give a lot of shit. Maybe you want to go to the stage and give a lot of shit to the auditory in some bar or in some club. How it start?
I wanted to make some comedy because all of my friends told me that I have sense of humor and a lot of that stuff, and I thought doing some comedy and wanted to go to KVN in our university, no, like a team game
Yes.
competition.
We spoke about this
comedy competition.
in our first podcast. I had to
Yes.
explain to David Mykhailova what Kharkiv is. Kharkiv is like a team comedian game. It's like a contest. So you're in teams, and there's one
The
team that's
funniest
the champion.
team.
So that was dominating the comedy realm in Ukraine. Stand-up is very recent in Ukraine.
Yes, and all of auditory must know that Kharkiv it's start from Russia, and it's like very bad history
It
we
was
have.
started in
Well,
Soviet
started
Union.
USSR.
Yes, so it is, but it's the most popular this program in Russia after
Well,
1991.
Moscow was the center of
Yeah,
the...
Moscow is the center, and all of
game.
Ukrainian comedians who play Kharkiv, they want to play in the Moscow,
Yeah.
and I know. Guys who speak in Ukrainian, who lives in the west of Ukraine, where we have only Ukrainian speakers, Ukrainians, and they trying to translate their performers from Ukraine to Russian and want to play this game because maybe 20, maybe 15 years before, this game can give you a chance to be a celebrity in humor, and you can be the famous, and you can have money.
That
And
was the only option of becoming famous
Yes.
in comedy.
because guys who play in
start.
Kharkiv, they are really a real star in Russian. And that's why.
Yeah, but we got our own stars
yes,
eventually in comedy.
But I want to why talking about that we have what in Ukraine we have that problem that we a lot of time we trying to make some connections with Russia and we trying to play their games, but we don't like that games.
Yeah. Well, if you look at all the successful comedians before like stand-up in Ukraine, they were the ones who broke off from Kharkiv.
Yes,
So
our president.
Zelensky, he left Kharkiv, started his own thing, very
Yes.
successful, which eventually led him to being our president.
Yes.
Serhiy Pritula, I don't know if he did Kharkiv, but he was involved in the stand-up
Comedy,
comedy
it's
UA.
also was like a filial from Russian comedy.
Yeah,
and it's
yes.
also when I'm talking about our history, I think why we don't do something our.
Well,
Why?
Serhiy Pritula started his own project eventually.
Yes, his own start.
Once he figured out that he can do it on his own. Yeah. But everyone who succeeded and became like successful close to stand-up, they were the ones who left Kharkiv actually.
And
Because they
actually,
didn't disagree with their
I
policies.
also want to say that when we start to make stand-up in Ukraine, Ukrainian stand-up comics also want to go to the Moscow because
it was
on that moment in the Moscow they have a most biggest industry.
Yeah, just
it was
bigger platform.
bigger industry, bigger platform, and also you can have you can be a famous in the Moscow. You can have a lot of money, and
well, the
you
industry
can,
existed there. There was nothing
we have no
here back then.
And I think that it was the biggest problem because I'm also playing Kharkiv. I'm also playing Kharkiv, and
What years were you in Kharkiv?
but I don't want talking about that. I want to say to the auditory about Kharkiv because Valeria started to say about she's way to the from the Kharkiv.
My story was
So were
shot
you doing in
three
Kharkiv-
times.
Were you doing Kharkiv?
I'm sorry because I want to пояснити.
Explain.
I want to explain
Okay.
to the auditory
I
what is
have
mean
a perfect
Kharkiv and
transition
what
for
feelings
this.
Ukrainian about Kharkiv and Valeria playing Kharkiv. And please,
No, I'm not.
you're not playing Kharkiv.
Because they haven't take me.
Oh, they didn't take you at all.
They don't take you.
And the second thought,
That's for the best, clearly, because you're a great comedian, and clearly you became
I have no
better and
regrets
better
about that. So
because you started stand-up. Yeah.
So it's okay. And then I was prepared with my friends to Рассмеши комика. But in the last moment, he changed his mind and don't wanted to go.
Were you
To
supposed to
casting?
go together?
We had some miniatures, some jokes for the
Розсміши коміка is
duet.
also like a Ukrainian show that was founded by Zelensky. Right?
Yes,
So
it's
you had to
our-
make a comedian laugh, so that was the point of the show. And then you get if you can make Zelensky laugh, you get to win the show and you get some money.
If you have 5 minutes.
Oh wait, were you there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe later
Okay.
talking about that if you ask me.
Okay, Grandpa.
But I've
We'll
thought-
ask you about the good old days later. let's get back to now.
good old days.
And you, it was your friend about humor, or it was your boyfriend?
It was just friend from the university.
From the university. And he decided don't go to the casting.
Yeah.
And what you decide?
And I've decided that I have some jokes and I want to tell them because I wanted to be on the scene and something like that. And then I was just scrolling social media and saw that there is an open mic in Kharkiv, and I just plussed in chat and went there. And that was awesome. My first performance was great, and I feel like, whoa, what is going on? Oh, that's so great.
It was your first time, like you was on the stage, only you a single, or maybe you have a performance before that you with the team, or
I haven't performance in humor, but I was dancing for 15 years.
Wow.
And when I finished with it, I was missing the scene.
The stage, yeah.
Yeah, the stage.
Are you dancing in the like? It's like what of kind
It's closed.
of?
She's dancing closed. Don't worry about it.
I want to ask you, dancing with a team, or you dancing as a couple? What kind
kind
of
of
dancing?
dance?
It's European dancing,
No, Ukrainian.
Ukrainian
Oh, okay.
dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's the most like difficult, physically difficult ones, I think, because
It's a
there's
lot.
also like acrobatic moves involved, sorta.
For girls, not a
Uh-huh,
lot,
more for guys.
but for guys, there are a lot of things.
Okay.
Not for girls. Okay.
But for girls, you need to have good coordination because you're
Oh, you're spinning a lot.
spinning a
Yeah.
lot and that stuff.
You have a drive license?
No.
You should to be, because you have a good coordination.
Yeah. Good
It
point.
was my first thought after the full-scale invasion because my friend has a car and he has a driver. And he asked me, can you drive my car into the west? And I said, oh, fuck, no.
You have driver?
No, it's in Canada. I have like G1, which is theory. So I passed the theory, but not the practice.
I think when you start to say that, you say I have G1,
Yeah.
and I can ride on the bus like a
Yeah.
passenger.
Yep. That's what G1 is. I can ride on the bus.
Because I'm sexist. Yeah.
How's that sexist?
No, because
If I don't have a driver's license, I can ride a bus.
No, it's like a
Was it?
joke.
Oh, it was meant to be sexist. Okay, come here. I'll punch you in the other eye.
Okay, I have driver license.
Yeah.
license.
No one fucking cares though. Anyways.
But ask him what he's driving with his driver's
What do you-
license.
Oh yeah, we did see what do you drive with your driver's license? Scoot, motherfucker.
Ah, yeah. I have it in English.
Scooter.
Scooter.
It's one of those electric
scooter. Yeah.
bikes. Not like a Vespa. No, like one of those like where you put one foot, like like electric bike.
Like
scooter.
a 3-year-old children riding in a yard.
What happened? What?
Sorry. It's just a roast of Oleksandr Dmytrovich.
And
It's
it
happening,
was
yeah.
your first performance in Kharkiv. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And you, after that moment, you decide to become
I've decided that I can make some comedy.
can make some comedy. You have some like wishes, maybe you wish, not wishes,
Dreams?
you have some dreams about comedy. You want to become the most popular comedian, or maybe you want to become a script
Writer.
script writer to some scenarists, yes, or it's we have this word, script
I think
writer.
so. Yeah, script writer is used most.
Or maybe you want to become an actress. And
No,
income.
it was like a hobby
Ah,
because
hobby.
I had a job, I had work,
Yeah, but
and
what
it
about
was
now?
like a hobby that brings me money sometimes.
And now? Still?
It's
Now
still brings-
it's still becoming my new job,
You're in a transition.
but I'm still working at school because I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
I'm teaching.
I'm good.
Are you
Okay,
alive?
old timer.
It's alive.
I know a fun fact about Valeria. So
Okay,
she
I want to
is,
hear it.
She's actually like Ukrainian Ali Wong because she performed pregnant. She did her stand-up while she was
yeah.
pregnant with her kid. And it was kind of, got strange reactions. Some people, maybe tell us more about this.
It was on festival, a stand-up festival in Kiev in 2017. I was on 8 months with
8 months.
yeah.
Cool.
And that was great too because people just see me in this moment and believe everything I was talking to them, and it brings me maybe some more truthness into my jokes.
Like they would believe you more.
They
would trust you.
Yeah, people trusted me more because they saw this
You were in a condition.
stomach, my condition, and that was
Very
funny.
cool. I think I don't know, but I think your last joke in this performance must be like, okay, guys, I must finish. I go to hospital. And they, okay, yeah. oh, it's time. Yes.
No, there is some stereotype in Ukraine. Don't know how to say it correct. That if a couple that can't have children will drink water after pregnant
Woman.
woman,
drink it? Okay.
she will be pregnant too.
Oh,
And my last joke was that if someone can't do a child, I will be on a bar with a glass of water, waiting for you.
with a glass of water, but in the glass
dreaming
not-
of wine.
Cool. And you come to Berezhany, yes, live with a nice mother of your friend. Oh, maybe you can say about your friend something? It's only a friend, or maybe something more? Or you
Can I
cannot-
just say anything?
You can. Okay,
More.
okay. Next question. Okay.
Well, she's in Lviv now.
No,
She's-
she's in Lviv now, but
Yeah.
maybe.
But
because
he's still abroad. It's the only
Or you
thing.
can
She's
say
still
hi
abroad,
to
but
him.
I'm
Maybe he
still-
can see us on.
I'm still
YouTube.
a wedding host.
Oh, that's what he's always looking for business opportunities. I
And
see.
maybe when
I love how
find
you-
a new law.
I
I
love
think
how you
that
don't
not
ever
this
consider
year.
that I would
Not
ever
this
get
year.
married, though.
I want to be a host a lot of years. I wait for your wedding.
Just make sure it doesn't have any glass doors.
And I want to ask you, how it? Can you explain what the difference between auditory in Kharkiv on the stand-up and auditory in Lviv, and where you feel you more comfortable when you have a performance in Kharkiv or in Lviv or in maybe Kyiv?
I don't see a lot of differences between audience, but the only thing that here there are more times when you are performing not in front of chewing people. Because in Kharkiv it was a great problem, a huge problem that
Mostly would be in restaurants.
a lot of events were going there, and you trying to joke something, but there was a couple of times when people just were celebrating birthday, someone's birthday,
and be in the same room.
And they were screaming that, "Oh, what the shit are you talking about? Go away from here! Oh, we're trying to celebrate. Dimon has birthday."
A very nice auditory. Very nice.
Yeah, that's the worst.
But it's make you more stronger like a comedian, because if you can performance on that auditory, you can perform to all of auditory, because when you performance to the auditory that listen you are feeling so good, and they laughing about your jokes, and they understand your jokes, and you hear, it's more better, yeah.
It toughens you up.
That was a great practice with hecklers.
Oh yes, hecklers. In Lviv, you maybe can say about sometimes when you speak in.
I heard recently you had an experience with a heckler at the Kult Comedy Hall.
Oh, that was that drunk man?
I wasn't there, but Masha.
Oh, that was a man who was drunk, and he was just screaming something. I didn't heard maybe half of things he talked about, but it was so annoying.
Yeah,
because he was too drunk to put his thought and something he wanted to say. He was just screaming, and there was only annoying.
So Maria, our common friend Maria, was telling me about this. So it was a money mic, so a competition where you do your stand-up, and then the audience decides who wins like a money prize. So this guy apparently was heckling, like being loud and heckling you basically during your performance. But then when it came down to like voting, he was actually voting for you, and he was yelling out your name. So it's very strange how sometimes the audience, they think they're doing, like, they're helping you out. They start talking to you. They think, like, they like you so much that they think you're engaging them into a conversation, when no, that's not what you're trying to do with stand-up.
I think it's about stand-up in Ukraine. We start only stand-up, maybe 5 years. Yeah.
So people are not used to this
they
format.
Don't have a culture to be on the
No,
stand-up.
it's actually like over 10 years now.
Over 10 years.
Yeah, because
and still people don't have culture to be on the stand-up performance, and then they don't understand. We in this place where we have performance, guys, Kalians, how it?
Shisha.
They smoking shisha, and sometimes you go on the stage and you don't see auditory because a lot of
smoke. Yeah.
A lot of smokes.
Yeah.
It also don't help to have a great performance.
Kult Comedy Hall is where we usually perform, and they have like shisha or hookah, and because it's a very narrow space. There's lots of like smoke gathers, and you can only see like front two tables usually, unless you have theatrical seating. So
yeah, I go on the stage and they smoke shisha, but I don't buy this shisha.
You get high on the smoke. Yeah.
It's a problem for our comedy. But you have a funniest moment with hecklers? Because I have some funny moment with heckler, and it was not a heckler who tried to destroy my performance. He tried to make the better performance. And I go on the stage and I don't say anything. I only take micro, and the guy say, "Yes, it's Dmytrovych. He's a good." good.
that's
Thank
nice.
you.
Yeah.
I give the first joke, and the auditory is not very very laughing. No, they laugh, but it's the first joke. And he say, "Don't stop, Dmytrovich, you do it well." And then it was not my best performance, and in the middle he said, "Don't worry, Dmytrovich. At the next time you will be better." And please shut up. You don't help me.
Like your motivational coach.
Yeah, my motivational coach. And I like this performance because I like sometimes to have performance and to hear silence, because you after that I don't think it's a bad performance. When I hear silence, I think it's not my auditory.
Oh, okay.
Not bad jokes, bad auditory.
We recently recorded a podcast with Anton Timoshenko, and we were talking about it with him too. So he said that he's a very popular comedian in Ukraine, very experienced in that field, and he was saying he still feels hesitant performing to a quiet auditory when they're not like responding. But he made this remark that like I remember it for myself for I don't know, it makes sense to me. So he says when they're quiet, that's they're listening to you. So it's them showing respect to you still because they're paying attention to what you're saying. So that's nice. It's way better than when they're not listening, right? So so there's a way to, I don't know, I kind of like try to enjoy that moment too because wow, they're not laughing, but they're listening to me. They're paying attention. They care about me. Aww.
I don't think about that.
My daddy issues are all resolved now. Anyways.
The most funniest scene I had, it was some guy that yelling that, "Oh, you're so fucking funny, oh." And in the last part of my performance, he screamed, "Oh, marry me!" And I told, "Okay, just write my number." And people were laughing a lot from that.
Yeah.
You give the true number, or
No.
he still want to call you?
Yeah.
Maybe not that.
That's his problem.
Maybe
Maybe
six,
she
not
got
nine.
one number wrong, so he's trying all combinations with different numbers. Maybe one day.
You have some?
He could get my number if he wouldn't be so annoying.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you what kind of guys you like? Not annoying? Maybe with the scars?
Maybe with a scar. Maybe a Jensen memoir.
Past class. Through class.
Maybe with the electric scooter?
Maybe without wife.
Ding ding ding.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good point. I take what she likes to. Get us two of those.
Okay, you have some fun moment is the hecklers?
With hecklers, I don't really have that many hecklers. Well, I remember like unpleasant moment in recent performance was I was performing like one of the first comedians on stage, and clearly there was a holdup on the kitchen in a restaurant. So they were bringing out food during my performance, and everyone's so hungry and so excited for the food, they didn't pay any attention to my jokes, and it was just awful, you know, because like I would grab their attention for like 5 seconds, and then they're like off to eat their sushi or whatever. And it didn't feel good. It was bad because I saw them, like I saw how I'm losing them. And the jokes were good, you know. They were laughing at it, except they got distracted by the food.
The jokes was good, but food is...
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame them for that. Of course, food. I fucking love food. Food's good. It's great.
No, when people are coming for the comedy show and choosing not comedy but food.
Yeah, but there was an issue. I think it was issue of the venue because they took orders and they didn't bring the food out sooner. They started bringing it out while the performance was happening.
And it's a problem of the culture of stand-up in Ukraine, because not only auditory don't understand how to connect with guys on the stage, also our restaurants and clubs
the venues
also
that
don't
are
understand how to make. And sometimes we have performance and we have a video, and we say to the guys on to the auditory or guys who work in this restaurant, how it's servers. Please don't go near the camera
in front of
camera, and they don't.
They forget.
They go. Sometimes I saw performance, and I saw that guy, server guys staying maybe 1 minute in the cadre,
with his back
in
probably
this
towards
camera, and I don't see the guy who is on the stage.
Oh yeah.
And it's a problem. That's why we have a lot of camera now.
Yeah.
Because we are cool.
Yeah, super cool.
Yes.
We have like what, four cameras pointed at
Three
us, right?
guys. Not guys. Three
guys.
Can I say about us? Three guys.
Yeah.
3 guys.
Just hanging
and
out.
4 cameras.
Just casually hanging out in front of 4 cameras.
Yes.
We do this all the time.
And I want to ask you. You start to make performance in Lviv on the camera. Your video on the channel, or must be on the channel?
No, must be on the channel.
Must be on the channel. Do you have some?
We have a clip of Valeria's performance on Ukrainian stand-up comedy YouTube channel.
YouTube channel.
There is only
Yes.
one video in English from them.
You have English stand-up performance? Wow! I also.
Dude, we're filming this for the same channel. Get your phone out.
Okay.
Subscribe, like.
I'm subscribed, but I have
goodness.
also
Ukrainian stand-up channel. You don't have shit.
I'm sorry. It's a good time to show my penis, yeah.
Has that ever worked for you? Has that ever made up for
Ukrainian
your mistakes? Stand-up comedy. So you guys do exactly what Oleksandr Dmytrovich is doing.
Comedy.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Find our Instagram page.
Yes.
Find us on TikTok. We're there too. Maybe Twitter. We're still working out details on Twitter.
Wrote something. Ukrainian stand-up comedy.
This is us. So there's Valeria.
Yes, Valeria, cool.
You might be there too, because you were taking part in the second stream that we did. The YouTube stream we did. Yeah, we're cutting it up into smaller bits.
And now
there will be your video too.
How to make
how to subscribe?
Okay, boomer.
I'm not good in social media. I'm
good in showing penis.
Yes, I'm 31. I'm old.
Yeah, I'm a young, beautiful woman.
Yes.
I can assist you with that. I'm way younger than you. I'm 30.
Yeah, you look very good. Yeah.
I got ID'd yesterday. They asked me to show my passport. This is the second time it's happening this month. Like, I got ID'd first time, and I was like, I asked them 3 times. I'm like, what? What am I supposed to do? Because like I forgot like what those words mean in the sentence together. Because no one, like, I'm 30, and no one's asking me for ID. So I showed them ID, and then so yesterday this happens, and I was like, okay, and I'm like my smile is like from ear to ear, and I'm like super fast. Like I pull out my passport, I'm like here, and the lady suspected something. She was like, Maybe I've seen it already. She was like, she got scared because I got so excited when she asked me for the passport.
It's girls. They like when
What?
In the shops, the seller say, "Show me your passport."
I used to hate it when I was like in my 20s, but now that I'm 30 and they're asking me for a passport,
yeah,
like I don't know. I take it as a compliment. I'm not sure if it's a compliment. Like if Do I look like I'm 17?
I'm thinking that that it will be 10 years more.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully it'll stick around.
Maybe
10 more
15.
years.
I agree.
Yeah.
I am.
Do you get
No, I want
do
to.
you get ID'd in shops often?
I have a passport that looks like a book.
Yeah, in Ukraine they updated passport into like a plastic card. So if you haven't, if you were like if you're older and you were born like if you turned 25 before I don't know 3 years ago or so, then you have an old passport and it's an easy tell that you're an old timer like Dmytrovich. He probably has one of those too. Clearly,
It's a book of my life.
it's a book of your life. The most boring book in the world. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm like taking my anger out on you.
Yes. You don't like me. I understand.
No, I love you.
Yeah.
You know, they had to go through me to ask me if you can be allowed to be on this podcast. And I was like, yes, Dmytrovich, he's adorable. We have to have him here.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
I can show my.
Okay, you know what? I think he has to show his penis now.
No. I
Sasha,
think
come on.
Girls are waiting.
I must go.
I mean, it's like, you know, like, what is that? Like Chekhov's gun? You know, it's on the stage. And it has to. So you've been bringing your...
It's not a gun. It's like a...
It doesn't...
It's not a gun. It's...
Yeah.
How a gun must do...
Shoot.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I'm 31. My gun is no shoot anymore.
I mean, you got one shot, right? You have a child now.
one nice shot. Yes. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good job. Okay. Well, no penis. No penis. Sorry, you guys.
Sorry,
maybe if we got enough subscriptions on Patreon,
Yes.
he will definitely show his penis. I know him.
I can receive dick pic.
You can receive or you can send it.
Send it. What does mean receive? It's the
If you donate enough money, Dmytrovich will give you his phone number and he will receive your dick pics. And that's how we punish him for not wanting to show his penis on camera. I think it's genius. Anyways.
You have Valeria.
I have no penis. Sorry.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's very nice. Nice to meet you. I want to ask you don't have video clips in Kharkiv from performance from Kharkiv?
Is it like online somewhere?
I had a video, but there should be an attestation at my work, and I've just asked to hide it or maybe delete. I don't know what.
Why?
So maybe a little bit more about your work. So you work in a school,
No,
right? Or
it's
you
not
don't want to talk
normal to a teacher to
What
say
about
that things that I say.
What you say?
Yeah, so the principal wasn't happy with the jokes you were making on stage, yeah?
What kind of jokes it was? About what?
About
You
relationships.
said my principal is dumb.
No, I was just showing penis.
Yeah, just showing penis.
My principal show me penis, and principal say, "I think this video you should to hide."
No, teams were like normal about relationships,
Well, just
about
stand up.
pregnancy, but it was stand up, and
And for
there were a lot of things 18 plus.
I understand.
Swear words.
So you work in a school in Kharkiv? Right.
Yes, I
Can
work
we talk about that?
in school and in the Lyceum.
What?
Railway Professional Lyceum.
Lyceum. It's like
academies.
a next step after school. Yeah.
Yeah,
Lyceum.
So you're a teacher of what exactly?
I'm teacher of biology and chemistry.
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 Biology and chemistry. I like anatomy.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you've been talking about your dick the whole podcast. Of course you do.
I remember a joke
Hope
about anatomy.
What's the joke?
It was a lesson of anatomy. and I open a book and read something. But what I read, it's not was writing on this book. It's my imagine. But it's what.
Did you walk into a class before you started reading it?
No. It was a prank to the guys, and I start to read. But it's my,
Out loud.
Out loud, yes. But it's
To the whole
imagine,
class?
To the whole class. It's like a prank. The normal penis for guys in nine class.
Grade 9, yeah.
Grade 9, it's 11 centimeters. And some guy from my class say, "Woohoo! It's cool, yeah!" And all of classmates start to laughing because they know about his
small penis.
Small. It's small.
No, I don't know.
Small.
Why did he go woohoo? Because his. Okay.
Yes, because he has. He say who because he has 11 centimeters.
Oh, okay.
And
So
classmates start to laughing because he has a small. But I don't start to laughing.
Okay, thank you for another penis-related story.
Joke. That's my joke, and I during my joke because I don't laughing about the guys who have bigger than mine. That's why I don't know. It was my. It's my joke.
Chivalry, you're a gentleman.
Yes.
You're the man of honor. You don't laugh at men who have bigger penises than
it
you.
must be a
Talking
joke.
about men who have bigger penises than you. Vadim Zunko just dropped into the studio. Do you want to say hi to the camera?
Vadim Zunko don't have the bigger.
He doesn't understand English, so he has no idea I'm talking that he has a huge penis.
I think penis, this word he understands because I think he is a lot of time hears this word in his address. Oh, you look like a penis.
Yeah.
He is a big
Зайди, привітайся. Ми тільки що сказали, що в тебе великий хуй. Тобі підходить така репутація.
You have a big penis.
It's true.
Okay. Go away now. Don't ask me how I know it.
He don't have a big penis. He look like a big penis.
Stop insulting my boyfriend, okay?
You have. Sorry. He is. Yes.
Valeria. Forget everything Dmytrovich just said. Let's get back to... So, you worked in the school. So, you showed me recently pictures of you going back to Kharkiv to retrieve the school book where you had marks for all of your students. So, tell me what that experience was like. Because you haven't been back since you moved, right? Because of the fucking war, because of the fucking Russian aggression. And this was the first time you went back to see...
I went back just for a week or maybe 10 days. It was not a long term. It's a hard team because my friends abroad asking me why am I hating Russians so much. And now I'm not telling them
I would
anything.
ask them, why are you not hating them?
I just showing them photos of the shell that is stick out from the ground near my school. I am showing them a video of destroyed Lyceum where I worked for 6 years, and they have no questions.
Yeah, I saw some of the photos, and you had to climb up on the second floor, and there was
no
just windows, there were no walls. It's crazy, and the dedication the Ukrainian teachers have to their job. She went into this falling apart building just to make sure that students who are failing still fail, even during the war.
And now you work like online teacher, or you don't
now I
work?
have a vacation.
You have a vacation.
Summer.
Summer. Yes.
Yeah,
summer.
The first reason I wanted to be a teacher is that we have 56 days of vacation.
Wow.
Nice, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
But it's only plus in it.
The only benefit, yeah.
And when we win this war, you want to go to the Kharkiv, or you want to stay in Lviv, or maybe you want to stay in Berezhany?
I don't know.
You don't decide.
Because I don't know how long will be war.
The war, yeah. Really hope that the world helps us end this war soon, because it's been going for too long already. And it's so sad, like what happened to Kharkiv. All of these like culturally important places, just any place is really important, like schools, they're being destroyed.
From the first day and until now.
Yeah.
I don't know what do they want to destroy anymore.
Yeah. And I don't know.
Because for 5 months, Kharkiv is under the shelling every day. Every fucking day.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And I also speak with Valeria before our podcast, and we're talking about that Russian speakers, Ukrainians, Russian speakers.
In Kharkiv, there's a lot of Russians.
I think that in Kharkiv we have a lot of Ukrainians who speak Russian.
It's true. Like in the eastern parts of Ukraine, there were a lot of people who spoke Russian in their daily lives.
But Valeria.
But I've broke this stereotype too.
She's very like her Ukrainian.
I like to broke stereotypes.
She's better in Ukrainian than me.
Yeah, but it has, since the full-scale war started, this has changed. Everyone's switching to Ukrainian in Ukraine because we know like we're Ukrainian, and Russia is threatening our identity. Like they hate us just because we're Ukrainian. So we have to hold on to our heritage and save it, and no more speaking Russian in Ukrainian, no more Russian music, because like fuck that. Because everything that Russia seems to be is just this showing of aggression and murders and rapes and looting, you know. Right now, like in this state that we are in right now at the war with Russia, I can't see any culture, any positives in Russian culture, except like I can't see past the murders and rapes and looting that's happening right now in Ukraine. So we really have to like separate ourselves now to like to survive, to save our identity as Ukrainians. Because before the war, we were very close. A lot of people were like
because a lot of people have relatives there. A lot of Russians have relatives here.
Yeah, and now they decided to come and free us.
Yeah,
and
but
they're destroying specifically the regions that were mainly Russian-speaking in Ukraine. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's not the only reason, because this region where we have a lot of Russian speakers, Ukrainians, they are bordered with Russia, and if Lviv was a border with Russia,
but they
go to the Lviv.
But their first claim was that they're protecting Russian-speaking people, and they're like killing them. They're like just destroying the whole region.
Russians have a lot of reasons they have a lot of reasons to say why we go to Ukraine, why we start this invasion. They don't want to say war. They start invasion, and for the first 2 weeks they start to free us. After 2 months they start to help us, and they every day the new reason why they want to go to another country. And it's the main idea. It's we are another country. We have our how to say sovereignty.
Independence.
We have our independence. We have our borders, and you broke borders.
Yeah, you can't do that. Hello, you guys. Can't do that.
It's not can help us. We can help us by myself. We have borders. You broke borders. Go home and die.
Or if you cross our borders, you're gonna die here.
Yes, and they die.
What are you doing?
A lot of Russians are dying.
Seems to be like they're good at that.
And
we should start wrapping up a little bit. Though, sorry.
What?
like final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Yeah, thoughts.
I like Russian dead soldiers because their family, after dying Russian soldier in Ukraine, they have 10,000 of Russian rubles. It's in dollars. It's like maybe $200.
$200 for a dead
and
son
I think
or
it's a lot because Russian
half.
soldiers it's maybe half of a dollar, maybe.
Yeah.
maybe 50
yeah.
cent, maybe uniform. It's
I don't know how he's converting.
I don't know.
Because 10,000, it's not even $2,000.
no
No.
200.
200.
200.
Yeah, 200.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not 200.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I always say so. It's very strange for some people abroad to
less,
maybe
less.
to
Seems
understand.
like it less.
Okay. Sorry. It's very strange for some people abroad to understand how Ukrainians can be glad at seeing like dead Russians in pictures. But it makes perfect sense because it's a symbol. You know, like when you see, like I was like a full pacifist before the full-scale war. Now I see a picture of a dead Russian soldier. I'm happy because it's a symbol that symbolizes that this soldier was stopped before murdering our people, raping our women, elderly, and children, looting, stealing washing machines. You know, he was stopped before he could do more harm. And so how can you not be happy about that? You know, that's a symbol of Russian being stopped. So that's a little comment I wanted to make. So any final thoughts that you want to share with us? A little something.
I wanted to say about your thought about the reasons. All the reasons Russia is talking about are lie. They are lying every time.
They're crazy.
They are lying about such things that I can't get a thought about.
They make up a lie and then they believe in it and they make up another lie and it's like
the propaganda
a
machine
vortex
is
of
crazy.
Lies
In Russia.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
seems like world is blind for so long time.
Yeah.
Because the war in Ukraine is happening for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
The full-scale invasion happening for 5 months. And before that, before Ukraine, there was Georgia, there was Syria, there was Chechnya 2 times. And no reaction.
Yeah, Russia cannot be stopped by meeting
reaction.
their demands.
And that is still happening from the Soviet Union because it was happening there all the time.
I think we can finish this.
Yeah.
I hope that we will be that people that will stop.
I mean, if
finally stop and finish with it.
We're doing that because Russia, like from the last article in Washington Post, you can see that Russia had plans to occupy Ukraine in 3 days and continue on into Europe. Well, not me, I didn't do much, but Ukrainians stopped Russia from doing that, and we're gonna. You're safe
kick them
with us.
Yes, but we still need help and support of other countries who understand what situation we have.
The scale of this war, Okay, well, is this a good
It's like
note
a serious end.
And
of
we
our
got
podcast.
very serious. Yeah. Well, I'm glad we talked about it, though. Do you guys think that was all good?
Thanks.
Okay,
it was a good
for
conversation.
inviting.
For me, it was very good conversation.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna show your.
No, sorry. Maybe next.
Maybe next time.
Maybe
Tune
not.
in.
Or maybe not on
Next
the camera.
time, maybe. Dmytrovich will show his member.
Yes, my member.
We can pay him.
Yes.
Well, I'm not paying
He's just
for that.
waiting for it.
I feel like he wants to pay us to
See, he was just waiting for that moment
Okay.
when we will say that we will pay him.
Patreon. Sign up to our Patreon. Donate some money and message us and tell us that that's what you're donating for. And we'll get it done and ready for you. But trust me, that's not something you want to see, though. Okay, on this note,
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in into another episode of PeaceTalk Podcast on our YouTube channel, Ukrainian Stand-Up Comedy. Today we had a nice chat just between us comics with Valeria Mykhailova and Oleksandr Dmytrovich. It was really fun. We covered a lot of topics. We had some laughs. Hope you enjoyed it. And give this video a like, okay? See you later.